Alaska, the Northern Passive Income Experiment, the system that transformed nature's miracle into passive income for the people. Alaska, a region close to the Arctic Circle, was becoming one of America's coldest and richest states. Oil reserves had been discovered, and tankers coming down from Prudhoe Bay were eager to reach the shore. But there was only one question in people's minds. Will this discovery once again only make the rich richer? At that moment, a young governor named J. Hammond appeared. He was a former fisherman, a man who loved nature, and he spoke the sentence that would go down in history. Oil is temporary, but you are permanent. So this wealth must be transferred to the people. In 1976, Alaska citizens went to the polls for a referendum. Result, the majority said yes, and thus, for the first time in history, a passive income fund for citizens, the Alaska Permanent Fund, was created. The law said, a portion of the revenues obtained from oil shall not go to the general budget, but shall be transferred to this fund. The returns of this fund shall be distributed equally to the people of Alaska. So every citizen would receive a share directly from the state's investment gains. This was a social miracle born inside the heart of capitalist order. In the beginning, the fund was small, only a few $100 million. But with investment discipline, it grew day by day. The state never touched the principal capital, only the returns. Oil income was used to invest in stocks, bonds, and real estate. Over time, this fund became Alaska's second-largest economic power. Today, the value of the permanent fund is over $80 billion. So Alaska was selling its oil on one hand and collecting the passive income of oil on the other. The best part of the fund, every year a portion of the investment return is distributed equally to all citizens. This payment is called the Permanent Fund Dividend, PFD. Every fall, Alaskans apply on the government website, and a few months later, the payment is deposited into their bank accounts. Sometimes it is $1,000, sometimes $2,000, and in 2022 it was nearly $3,200. For a family of four, this means $12,000 a year in passive income. This system once again made tangible the idea that natural resources belong to the people. Oil, gas, forests, minerals, everything taken from the earth was accepted as collective capital of society. A fisherman once said, "We used to live off the fish. Now we live off what's beneath the fish." That sentence summarized Alaska, earning passive income without exploiting nature. Passive income distribution created a powerful effect that reduced class inequalities. Poverty rates dropped significantly over the years. Every citizen, whether a teacher or a farmer, receives an equal share every year. No one is labeled as someone receiving government aid. This is a right, a shareholder dividend. Economists call this model people's capitalism. A single state achieved social justice using a capitalist tool. Today, the Alaska Fund invests in dozens of companies around the world. These are some of the world's largest companies, and Alaska is essentially a shareholder in almost all of them. So when a young person in Alaska watches a movie, they are indirectly earning from the shares of the platform they watch. The investment return of the fund is around 8% annually. With this rate, the fund both grows and distributes dividends to the public. For many families, the PFD payment constitutes an important part of their yearly budget. Some invest this money into their children's future. Others start small businesses. When PFD week arrives in Alaska, local economic activity increases. Markets, shops, vendors. Money flows into everyone's hands. So passive income not only benefits individuals, it activates the local economy. Oil reserves are gradually declining. But Alaska is no longer an oil state. It is an investment state. The fund is now shifting toward renewable energy, technology, infrastructure, and agriculture ventures. A state official once said, "We are not afraid that oil will run out, because now our money works for us, without us working." This is one of the finest examples of transitioning from resource economy to investment economy. Some say that giving equal money to everyone makes people lazy. But the data shows the exact opposite. Passive income does not reduce labor participation. It increases economic stability. Because people do not see this payment as free money, they see it as shareholder dividends. This is why the system is sustainable. A family living near Fairbanks was once asked, "What does the PFD money mean to you?" The father replied, "This is Alaska's way of saying thank you to us." He bought his child a tablet, bought his wife a ring. But most importantly, it made him feel valued. This system affected the culture of the state. In the past, people only took from nature. Now they earn from nature. Passive income has become a way of living prosperity while strengthening the bond between humans and nature. Wealth was no longer gold or oil. It meant fair sharing. Alaska achieved something big. It transformed what it earned from nature into human dignity. Today, this system has inspired many countries around the world. Because Alaska proved, passive income is not just about making money, it is about building a fair future.